Of course, when I pick up my camera to vlog, the neighbors have started to mow their lawn. Hi friends, welcome back. Bang check. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. I am very excited for the present because it is the weekend, it is Saturday, and tomorrow is Easter, and I have Monday off in observance of the holiday. So essentially I have a long weekend that I am very excited for, desperately need it. It's been a very busy, chaotic, emotional, it's just been a moment. If you've been watching my videos, you know, and I skipped this week's video because I didn't have anything to film. Work was busy. I just needed a week off to recharge and not try and produce something, create and produce something, and just be, and that's been very nice. But I am excited to film. I think this weekend's gonna be very bookish and reading filled since I have more downtime and some social things are happening. So today, this morning, I spent some time outside. It was a lot nicer out this morning, like the sun was actually out, and now I think it's just gonna be cloudy the rest of the day, and my legs are out. We're wearing a skirt. Spring is blooming. April. I have my yellow Easter egg shirt on. I'm just trying to embody the spring good vibes. And I am almost finished. I'm almost finished with Peach Blossom Spring by Melissa Fu, which I read in my last video. And I have just, I think, let's see how many pages we have. I think I have like 30 pages left, so I wanted to finish this morning before I got on so I could tell you all about the book, but we're just not there yet. We are not there yet. It's taken me a few weeks to get through this book, and reading has just been kind of difficult for me. I think I talked about that in my last video. A lot of things that I talked about in that video kind of still... So I'm trying to come out of reading rut, still trying to get out of that reading rut, and I think the best way to cure a reading rut is to go book shopping. As much as I am trying to read the books that I have already purchased and are sitting in front of me, none of them are really jumping out to me, and I think I'm gonna go to a used bookstore that is in my area that I've been wanting to go to for a while. I just never went because going to new places by yourself is scary, and I was more interested in buying new books for a while, which is why I'd always just go to my local indie store. And actually I just bought a new book. It's right here, let me show you. I bought this last weekend as a treat to myself, called Four Treasures of the Sky by Jenny Tinghu Zhang. I am really excited for this book, but I don't want to read it yet. I've been reading so many books by Asian authors, which is like great, and part of me is like, I need to read something different by somebody who's a non-Asian, which I don't know, maybe if I just read books by Asian authors for the rest of my life, it wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm making up for lost time, but I want something, I also want something different, because these are both historical fictions, and I think I need something, like my next book needs to be a non-historical fiction, because I like mixing up my genres. It keeps things fresh, it keeps me inspired and motivated to read. So if I keep reading the same genre after, that causes a reading rut in itself. So I have some books that I would like to get at the used bookstore, and I've checked their website because they do have like an online inventory where you can search books, and the ones that I'm interested in came up. The twist though is that the bookstore has 2 locations and the inventory doesn't tell you where that book is. So we're gonna go to the one location and see if those books are there. I like the chase as well, and I don't want to call and ask if they have them because 1, I hate phone calls, and 2, I like the chase. So we're gonna go see if they have the titles that I want, and maybe I'll start a new book after I read this one. And then also this afternoon, George and our friend Erin, we're gonna go to do some some sporty things. We're gonna go to this like family fun center that has a driving range and batting cages, and they also have mini golf, but we're gonna go hit some golf balls, and I'm gonna watch the boys hit some baseballs at the batting cages. Actually, George just texted me because he's out right now with Aaron, so my plans might be changing. Like the order of the bookstore and then Family Fun Center might be different. Yeah, he just said they're on their way back. So we're gonna go, we're gonna go to hit balls, and then I think after that I'm gonna sneak away and go to the bookstore and they can do their own thing. Which also I need to change because I'm not wearing a skirt to the driving range. So I'm gonna change my pants, gonna get ready, and then I think I'm gonna go meet them there and take you along with me, and I will check in when we're at the bookstore and let you know what books I'm looking for so we can go searching. Grab a cozy seat, cozy beverage, make sure you're drinking your water as it's getting warmer. It's good to stay hydrated, and let's start the video. Yay. All right, I decided to keep my skirt on because I'm gonna go to the bookstore right after the batting cages and driving range, and I want to keep my cute outfit on, so we're gonna hit balls in a skirt for the sake of looking cute, because we deserve that, don't we?
Welcome.
What the?
Golfer's Gulch. Try some panning for yourself and see what you get.
Don't mess with me. Aisle man.
Not good.
I mean, it's just not for me.
I thought it would.
Friends, we're at the bookstore. Driving range was super fun. I haven't swung a ball in a while and I'm proud of myself. Still got it. Ready for the course. Anywho, there's 3 books that I am looking for. A Discovery of Witches. Can't think of the author's name right now. Never Let You Go. Also don't know the author's name right now. And Pachinko. I want to watch the new Pachinko TV show, but I want to read the book before I do that. So I've been wanting to read that book for ages, but just never got a copy of the book. I did not look up if this bookstore has it on their inventory, so that'll be a surprise whether or not they have it. And also the other 2 books as well. So let's go. This is $1. It's $1. I've been wanting to read this, so I think I'm gonna pick this up. friends, I am back. I have some books and I thought I'd do a little book haul because why not? I feel like that used bookstore has reinvigorated my love for used bookstores because for a while I just wasn't going to any, really since I've moved down to where I'm at now, and plus my book interests have been a lot of new releases, but I feel excited now, re-energized, re-inspired to read again, or at least read more, which is very exciting. So the first book I found was Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid, which I know has been out for a while. It's a really popular book. It's been on my TBR and I just never picked it up, but this was in the dollar like cart section and I was like, all right, I have to get this book. Even if I don't read it now, at least I'll have it on my shelf, and it's $1. The book jacket is a little messed up, but otherwise there's no annotations. It's pretty good condition. Definitely worth more than $1 in my opinion, but excited about that. Then I found the book I was looking for, Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and I've heard about this book from several booktubers, and I was watching a vlog from Nia the Nerd today actually, and she was reading this book and I thought the way she described it was really interesting, and it got me inspired to kind of see if the used bookstore had it, and they did, so now I have a copy of it, which I'm very excited about. But it's like a dystopian, it's a dystopian book about, I don't even know what it's about, but it's really interesting. But the plot sounded really interesting. It's like a dystopian novel based in the English countryside at a school, and there's these students and teachers, and it gets kind of strange, and I feel like that's something I need to kind of break up the historical fiction that I've been reading, is just some kind of dystopian. I really love dystopian books. I used to read them a lot in like high school and college, and that was really all I was interested in, and kind of got out of reading for a while, and now that I'm like back into loving reading, I think I have been reading as many dystopian books as I would like to or thought I would be reading, so I'm gonna definitely read this soon because it sounds really interesting. The next book I got was Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery, which is a very cottagecore book. I've never read it. It was in the children's literature section, which they had tons of copies and I could not choose which one I wanted, so I ended up getting this copy because it seemed more my vibe. And a lot of the books there have a name of someone on the inside, like there are different names but all with the same like handwriting, so I think that's kind of a nice touch to like a used book. It's like it had a previous owner. This book has probably had several previous owners, and I just miss feeling like these old small books in my hand, so it'll be a nice change of pace. I think I'm inspired to read this next actually. I'm in Morgan Long's Patreon and she has a book club, and this month they're reading Anne of Green Gables, so I thought it was a good time for me to read the book along with everybody else in the Patreon, and got a used copy for $3, which is very exciting. Also forgot to mention that Never Let Me Go was $8, which I think is a really good deal, half off the retail price. The next books I got were 2 Jane Austen books because I tried reading Jane Austen in college. One of my old college friends, John, was obsessed with Jane Austen, and he was like an English major, and I tried reading Pride and Prejudice in college and just could never get into it. I also tried reading Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte and never got into it, but I'm trying to kind of, I do love a good classic book, and there are a lot of classics that I have read and really enjoyed, but I never got into Jane Austen, so I'm gonna try and get into it. So I picked up Pride and Prejudice. I mean, this is kind of your gateway to Jane Austen, so I feel like I have to read this book first if I'm gonna do Jane Austen. So this was $2. And then I got Emma for $2.50, which I really love this cover. It's like very artsy and dark. And I think this will be a nice book to read after Pride and Prejudice. So those are my Jane Austen picks. And then the final book that I was trying to find and initially could not find was A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, so I asked the cashier if they had it, and I was looking in the sci-fi section and it wasn't there, and they said it was in the paperback or the trade paperback section, which I didn't even look. I don't even really know what a trade paperback is. So they just brought it up and added it to my tab, and I didn't even get to say whether or not I wanted it, because I do not like this cover. I wanted the like actual non-TV show related book cover. I don't like book covers that have like the movie or TV show adaptation pictures on it. Not my vibe, but it's $9, and if I never want to keep this book, I can either sell it back, give it to somebody, you know, donate it, so at least I can read it. But I don't know, I feel like just the whole vibe of the book involves the cover. Like for the whole reading experience, I want my cover to be nice to look at. So I don't even know, I feel like this cover is gonna deter me from reading this book, but I'm gonna try and get past that because I really wanna read the All Souls trilogy. And I need a good sci-fi series to get back into, so we're gonna try. Haven't watched the show either. I want to read the book series before I watch the show, so here we are. That is my book haul. What did I get? I got 6 books for I think $27, which is like the price of one hardcover, so that's very exciting. Now I'm gonna try and finish Peach Blossom Spring because I'm so close to finishing it, and it was getting really sad at the end, so I started tearing up. So I feel like this book has already hit me in a way, but I want to finish it, call it finished, completed, and then I think I'm gonna start Anne of Green Gables next. So yeah.
Yesterday